So welcome back to the Frugal Gardener's Garden. That makes me the Frugal Gardener. For those of you who are tuning in for the first time, I garden in the hills of West Virginia. I live on a 4.5-acre homestead, and my garden is approximately a quarter of an acre. That is in the summertime. That's in zone 7A, but it is not summer. It is winter. Actually, it is early January. Just got finished ringing in the new year. And this is where I do most of my gardening in the winter. So this is the out sunny high tunnel greenhouse. And that's what I want to talk to you about today, because I'm doing a limited series called The Savvy Gardener. This is an episode of that title. And basically, what I want to talk about today is for how I get ready and how maybe you guys might want to get ready for the spring. I know you're going to say it's early January. Why are you talking about spring? That's the beauty of this whole series. Everything is going up in price. I just yesterday saw where those 4 for $1 seeds at I believe it's Dollar Tree are now 3 for $1.50. So the price is practically double, and that's just the beginning of the higher prices you're going to see. It's another reason why I'm saying start now. This greenhouse, right now, greenhouses, the prices fluctuate. The cheapest time to buy a greenhouse is in the summer and also midwinter, because people aren't buying them. Nobody wants to put a greenhouse up in the wintertime, which is probably the best time, the second best time to buy one. They have come down quite a bit. And I'll tell you in a second why I'm suggesting that you guys pick one of these up. When they first came out, they were easily $300, $400, $500. Now they've come down quite a bit. You can even make monthly payments if you purchase them through Amazon or there's a couple other places that sell them. This one happens to be 7 feet wide, 7 feet high. I'm 6 feet, so I have no problem getting in and out of this. And this is 15 feet long. You can see I still have my Christmas lights up in here, and I have them on for a reason because I want to give you guys a little demonstration. When the spring rolls around, and that's where I'm going with this video. When the spring rolls around, you are going to want to start your seeds, and you're going to need a place to put your seeds so you can get an early start. I like to grow in the spring, and I like to have a second planting, which you can do if you have a greenhouse and you start your seeds early enough. You can get those seeds out in the ground as soon as the ground warms up, and you can grow a second crop in late June, July, as long as you can get that thing in and out of the ground, get a harvest before the cold. Now, I'm showing you my weather station because I was a little bit skeptical about getting a greenhouse because we have crazy windstorms up here. And I'm showing you, this is, you've heard the expression, everything but the kitchen sink. The instructions say you're supposed to take and put soil. You can see where these flaps are. It goes all the way around. You're supposed to put soil all the way around. I didn't have soil available, and I didn't want to go out and just buy bags and bags of soil. So this is my everything but the kitchen sink approach. I basically used everything that had any weight to it. I put it down here because, again, you might remember, we had a horrific windstorm about a month and a half ago, and this was not properly secured, he said. and it ended up behind me over here, and it was about to go there if this fence hadn't caught it. So I learned my lesson, and that's the reason why you see all this, which looks like debris or waste. But again, if you follow my channel, I reuse as much as I can possibly reuse. And these bricks, that crate, this pot, the pieces of wood, everything you see here has weight and it holds this down. So I'm happy to say that out of the five windstorms that I've had since this has been up for a couple of months now, this has not moved after the first time. And it has worked out really, really well. I did have an issue. I contacted the company, the Out Sunny people. They got back to me right away. They corrected the issue. I recommend this company, even though I did pay for this out of my pocket. Nothing was given to me. I'm not being paid to promote them. So, you know, I don't have any hidden motivation. But like I said, these things, this time of year, you can pick one of these up for, well, depends upon how the size you get, but they're a little bit over $100. And in some cases you can pay $20, $25 a month. But that's, I'm not going to get into a whole sales spiel here. The point is to get one of these, and on a nice day, with help, you can put this up in a short period of time, hour and a half, maybe 2 hours. And this way you're going to be ready for the spring. You've had 4 snows, and it's not affected by the snow. The snow just rolls off of it. I guess that's why they call it a tunnel, why it was designed that way. But this is what's going to give me my jump start in the spring, and also jump start in the fall. So the question that was asked to me is, how do you keep this warm? And the reality is, I don't really heat this in the winter. I mean, I guess I could, because the house is like 50 feet away. But instead, let's go inside. I call this my homestead hideaway hangout. And you guys have been here before. I need to spruce this thing up a bit. I've been busy with Christmas. My family is here from Ohio. They've been here for a while, so we've been hanging out, having a good time. But this is something else that I want to talk to you guys about in terms of savvy gardening. We've been using the fireplace a lot, and I am saving these ashes so that by the time spring rolls around, this should be relatively full. I'll do another video on what I'm doing with these ashes for those of you who don't know what's going on with those. Now, you can see right here that it's roughly 30 outside. So this is, I don't know, 40, 45. This doohickey here tells me what the temperature is. I can look at this and I can see what from inside. I have a monitor inside. It tells me what the temperature is in here day and night. So any time of the day or night, I can find out what's going on in here. So now, when you start your seeds, and I guess you'll have a similar setup to this, and when you put your seeds, and if it's going to be cold at night, I don't have a problem during the day. It's been exceptionally cold recently, so that's part of the problem. These are my garlics that are probably a bit confused because of the weather and because of the fluctuating temperatures in here. These should do well come spring. This is elephant garlic. But to get to my point, this is my portable power pack, my energy system. This happens to be from Go Labs, who is also not sponsoring me, but this is something that I bought a couple of years ago that I used during power outages. And you can see my lights are plugged into it. And this is why when you were outside, you saw the lights. This will run my lights for hours. Now, of course, this is not going to be for lights. This is going to be for heating mats. This is going to be for the lights that you're going to use to germinate your seeds. This is going to be for, you can use this for overhead lights that you can put up in here because these Christmas lights are about to come down. I have these lights. They're more for decoration, going up and down here, but you can use a small heater. I have this heater here. It's not plugged in, but you can put a small heater in here. You can put lights in here. I have had people in the comment section tell me that they do heat their greenhouses, but at any rate, this is just a suggestion that I'm throwing out to you guys. I'm not saying going out, spend a bunch of money, but if you don't have a backup system for when your power goes out in the house and you want to pick one of these up, there's a bunch of different companies, a bunch of different brands and sizes and prices that you can use this to double for your greenhouse and then put it away and save it for when you have a power outage. So, I mean, this is not going to run your whole house, but it'll, it'll give you something where you can charge your phone, your tablet, your laptop, things like that. But again, you can use this to generate your seeds in the spring. So that's what we're talking about today. I'm going to be back in another couple of days with other things that I'm doing to get ready for spring. The thing of it is this. This is gardening over 40. A lot of people, I have the frugal nephew, the frugal daughter, frugal son-in-law, they all have gardens. And sometimes they get busy, they have children, teenagers. My granddaughter just turned 4. So they're busy and they can run out on a weekend or two and do whatever it is they need to do and get it all done. They have the youth on their side, they have flexibility on their side, and they can get out there and do things that it might take me a couple of days to do. So because I have the time and because I'm looking ahead in terms of prices, I want to get as much stuff done now as I can do so I'll have that much less to do when spring rolls around. Because once that happens, and if you're running around trying to get everything done in a short period of time, it doesn't work for me. I mean, your back will tell you for one, but it's just easier to do a little bit at a time, starting now. And the big thing is saving your coffee grounds and your eggshells and your wood ash and things like this now, because if you start now in January, by the time April, May, June rolls around, you'll have a nice little stash saved up, and that's a whole lot less money that you'll have to spend. So again, this is one episode of several. This is going to be a mini series. I'm not going to have a lot of episodes of this. Maybe I'll do 4 or 5, and then we'll move on to something else. But for right now, this is it. I'll catch you guys on the flip side. I'm the Frugal Gardener. Remember what I always tell you. When you grow your own food, you'll always know where it comes from. Please comment below, subscribe, and share this with everybody. See you in your next video. Have a great day.